Chosen one, nothing can stop God's plan. It's coming fast. There is something urgent, something divine, something so specific to you that the heavens have marked this moment as a turning point. The title of this message isn't just a hopeful phrase. It is a spiritual announcement, a divine declaration echoing through the invisible corridors of the universe. Chosen one, you are not in a random place in life. You are in a divinely scheduled transition. A heavenly shift is in motion, and no power, no enemy, no delay can stop what God has already put into motion for you. The plan has been sealed. The blessing is on the way. The outcome is already in favor of your name, and it's coming fast. Before we go deeper, I want you to do something simple but powerful. Watch this video until the very end, because this message is for your soul. And write your warmest wishes in the comments below, along with the number 99. This is your sign. This is your chapter, where the wish you held in silence is about to burst into manifestation. When you write that wish, you are energizing the universe and signaling that you're ready. You're not doubting anymore. You're claiming. Now, chosen one, like this video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and let's begin. From this moment on, your eyes will begin to see differently. The delays that once frustrated you are being revealed for what they truly were: divine redirections. The detours were not mistakes. They were reroutes set by the Almighty, so you would not arrive at your destiny too soon, too distracted, or too uncertain. You see, God was not just preparing the blessing. He was preparing you. And the version of you that is now rising, the one who is still standing, still believing, still hoping, is the exact version needed to carry the weight of what is coming next. You have entered a realm where acceleration is happening. The very thing you thought would take years to fix, settle, or resolve is going to change in weeks, even days. And not because you're striving harder, but because divine power is driving the outcome. The plan of God doesn't need human approval. It doesn't need societal validation. It doesn't need your resume or your reputation. What it needs is faith, and you have it, even if it's just a mustard seed. That's enough. You're in alignment now, and the frequency you're vibrating on is no longer desperation. It's divine readiness. Chosen one, nothing can stop what has been written for you. The people who left you didn't ruin the plan. The opportunities you lost didn't void the promise. The doors that shut on you were not denials, they were delays, and delays are not defeats when God is the one orchestrating your steps. What's unfolding now is not random favor. It is scheduled fulfillment. You've stepped into divine timing, and that's why it's speeding up. That's why you're feeling urgency, why synchronicities are increasing, why strange dreams are returning, why you feel closer to something you can't even name yet. The plan is in motion, not tomorrow, not one day. Now the winds have shifted in your direction. Even when nothing looks different on the surface, in the spiritual realm, there's movement. You may not hear it in the noise of everyday life, but in the silence of your spirit, you can feel it. The pull forward, the undeniable draw toward your promise. God is not preparing to bless you. He's already dispatched the answer. The command has already left the throne. Now it's about your positioning, your expectancy, your trust. What has your name on it cannot be stolen, swapped, or sabotaged. Divine promises don't expire, they mature. They bloom in their appointed season. And guess what, chosen one? This is your season. This is the time you were spiritually built for. Your past wasn't wasted. It was woven into the tapestry of your triumph. Your losses were never in vain. They were seeds for a future harvest. Every tear you cried watered the soil where your blessing was growing underground. And now, it's breaking the surface. You are about to see a divine reversal. Things that were stuck are going to start moving. Resources that were blocked are going to start flowing. People who overlooked you will suddenly realize you were the answer all along. But don't seek their applause, seek God's confirmation. The same people who questioned your value will soon witness your rise. Not because you proved them wrong, but because God proved himself right in choosing you. Chosen one. When God sets a plan in motion, no earthly force can cancel it. That includes enemies, opposition, doubt, and even your own past. The grace of God does not consult your past to bless your future. That's why you're still being elevated even after mistakes, even after heartbreak, even after moments when you almost gave up. Grace is fueling this rise. Favor is fastening every breakthrough. This is beyond you, and yet, it is also entirely for you. You've been feeling it, haven't you? That urgency, that sense that something big is coming. That unshakable feeling that everything is about to make sense. It's not in your head. It's in your spirit. You've been sensing the arrival of something divine. And here's why. Because when God is about to fulfill a promise, your spirit will often know before your eyes do. It's that sacred echo, that holy nudge that keeps whispering, "Hold on, it's coming." And yes, it's coming fast. The windows of heaven are not barely opening, they're bursting. The same delay that tried to wear you out is now reversing into a delivery. You've been approved in the Spirit before man ever saw your worth. God saw it first. That's why you're rising now. That's why your name is being spoken in rooms you've never entered. That's why opportunities are forming that you didn't even apply for. Because divine strategy is overtaking natural logic. Don't doubt this movement because it doesn't look like what you expected. Sometimes divine shifts look like disruptions before they become miracles. But remember, what feels like collapse is often construction. When God rearranges, it's to release. When he removes, it's to replace. So if anything has been taken from your life recently, relationships, finances, peace, it's only because a greater version is being installed. God's plan for you is layered with wisdom, cloaked in timing, and powered by a promise that cannot be reversed. He didn't bring you this far to drop you. He didn't wake you up today to waste this moment. He's still writing your story. And this chapter, this one right here, is about victory. It's about swift favor. It's about the kind of breakthrough that doesn't just change your day, it changes your life. Chosen one, don't panic in the waiting room. Don't lose hope in the hallway. The door is opening. The shift is happening. The timing is aligning. Your spirit was born to carry this season. You're not late. You're not forgotten. You are divinely right on time for a supernatural unfolding. And it's going to happen so fast, your past will look like preparation and your present will feel like prophecy fulfilled. You didn't miss the moment. The moment was waiting for your maturity. And now that you've healed, grown, let go, and trusted, now that you've learned to stand in storms and still look up, now that you've been refined in the fire, the plan is being activated. And nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop it now. You've been divinely prepared for this moment, not just emotionally or mentally, but spiritually. Every lesson you endured, every season that felt like silence, was shaping you into someone who could carry the magnitude of what's coming. Chosen one, what's on the way is not small. It's not basic. It's not average. It's something heaven had to wait for the exact moment to release, and that moment has arrived. There are no accidents in your path. The moments you thought were failures were disguised foundations. You were not being punished. You were being positioned. You were not being delayed to suffer. You were being delayed to synchronize. Divine alignment is not always visible, but it is always active. Right now, in realms unseen, the plan is operating like clockwork. The blessings have been scheduled. And in the blink of an eye, what you've been waiting for will suddenly appear like it was there all along. Because it was, but now it's time for the unveiling. This is why the pressure increased, because the promise was pressing forward. You were not under attack randomly. You were under construction. The chaos was an indicator of the coming clarity. God does not allow spiritual warfare without a worthy reward on the other side. The attacks, the doubts, the confusion, they weren't signs that God abandoned you. They were signs that something massive was being prepared behind the curtain of your life. You weren't forgotten. You were being forged. Now look at you. Look at the quiet strength you've developed. Look at the peace you've found, even when nothing was certain. Look at the wisdom in your words, the gentleness in your heart, the boldness in your steps. That didn't come from ease. It came from endurance. That didn't grow in sunlight. It was carved in shadows. You are not the same version of yourself that was once unsure. You are now rooted, centered, anchored in something deeper. This is why the plan cannot be stopped, because you're ready now. And once a soul is ready, God wastes no time. The floodgates open. The divine timeline accelerates. Things you prayed for years ago suddenly resurface, not because they were forgotten, but because now is when they make sense. Now is when they fit. Now is when your capacity can carry them without collapse. The weight of the blessing won't break you. It will build you. Chosen one, you're about to live in a realm where things that once seemed out of reach become your new normal. Financial favor, relational restoration, emotional elevation, it's all included. You're not being teased with possibility. You're being trusted with fulfillment. Heaven doesn't joke. When God says something is coming fast, it doesn't mean in worldly time. It means when alignment is complete. And your alignment is complete. The people who didn't believe in you are about to watch God's favor surround you. But this isn't about revenge. It's about revelation. It's about others seeing what God always knew, that you were chosen for a higher path, even when you couldn't see it yourself. You've been covered in divine fingerprints all along. Even in your loneliest moments, angels were assigned. Protection was present. Purpose was preserved. Don't be surprised when things start moving quickly. Don't be startled when one opportunity leads to another, when one door opens 10 more, when a single connection changes everything. That's how God moves when He's ready. It's not always slow and steady. Sometimes it's sudden and unstoppable. And that's the speed you're stepping into now. You are not forgotten, overlooked, or rejected. You are divinely selected. You've been picked out of the crowd for a mission only your spirit can fulfill. And that mission is about to unfold publicly. What was private is going public. What was preparation is turning into presentation. And when it does, don't downplay it. Don't shrink. Don't apologize for the anointing. This is your inheritance. This is your moment. This is your rise. Keep your eyes open for signs. They're increasing now. Numbers, names, dreams, feelings, all part of the confirmation. God is communicating. Don't expect thunder and lightning. Expect a soft inner knowing. You'll just know. And when it comes, follow it. Act. Move. The window won't close on you, but you must still walk through it when it opens. You're not being tested anymore. You're being trusted. And trust is heaven's greatest compliment. Chosen one, understand this clearly. The path ahead may still have bumps, but it will no longer have blockages. What used to hold you back will now push you forward. Even the things that once caused pain will start making sense as they serve your elevation. You'll look back and say, "Now I see." That's the power of divine hindsight. God doesn't just rewrite stories. He reveals why the hard parts were needed. You'll feel gratitude for what once broke you, because it's now fueling your breakthrough. The connections you're about to make are strategic. Some people will appear out of nowhere and shift the course of your life. But it's not random. It's divine design. These are destiny connections. People with keys to doors you didn't even know were locked. Be open. Be discerning. Be bold. You are no longer in hiding. You are in revealing. You don't need to chase anything. You're not in pursuit. You're in alignment. And in alignment, what's meant for you arrives by flow, not force. Watch how things show up. Watch how the right call, message, or meeting happens exactly when you were about to give up. That's the divine pattern. That's the rhythm of favor. And it's going to feel surreal at times because it'll happen so quickly, you'll barely be able to process it before the next blessing arrives. Don't forget the core truth. This is happening not because you earned it, but because God appointed it. Grace opened this path. Mercy paved it. Favor is escorting you down it. And joy will meet you at every turn. You're not stepping into a blessing. You're stepping into a season of sustained overflow. God's plan for you isn't just good, it's unstoppable. No man, no system, no timing error, no past mistake can override what has been written for your life. The plan is sacred, the timing is divine, and the outcome is certain. You win, not someday, but now. Not maybe, but absolutely. Not almost, fully. You're walking into days that were prophesied in silence. Moments that were whispered to your spirit in the middle of dark nights when you had nothing but hope and tears. Chosen one, those whispers were not illusions. They were instructions, sacred signals from God's throne letting you know, hold on, I'm working behind the scenes. And now the curtains are being pulled back. You're stepping into the fulfillment of silent seasons. This part of your life is not about endurance. It's about emergence. You're emerging from hiding, from delay, from confusion, from lack. You're coming into your name, into your calling, into your divine compensation. Everything that seemed denied will now look divinely delayed for a better release. And the better is showing up now, fast and full of favor. You've entered into the season where heaven is not asking for your grind. Heaven is asking for your agreement. You don't have to figure it all out. You don't have to force the next step. All you have to do is say yes in your spirit. Say yes to the flow, to the unfamiliar ease, to the grace that makes things move faster than human logic would allow. When you align with the plan aligns with you. There is an invisible current pushing you forward now, and it's divine. You'll notice your steps becoming bolder, your words more clear, your vision more refined. That's not coincidence. That's clarity. God is not just blessing you. He's preparing you for a role that only you can play in this world. You are not meant to fit in. You were designed to stand out. You carry a frequency that shifts atmospheres, and now, God is revealing why. People will begin to sense something different in you. Doors will start opening without you knocking. What once required begging will now come through alignment. The people who once dismissed you will now wonder how you're rising without the traditional steps. It's not luck. It's divine law. It's the result of unseen seeds sown in faith, in obedience, in surrender. This is your suddenly season. The kind of season where everything starts moving at once, where the tables turn overnight, where the phone rings and the right opportunity arrives out of nowhere, where your spirit will barely keep up with the speed of what's happening, because the wait is over. Heaven is not holding anything back anymore. The dam has broken. The overflow has begun. Let this be clear. Your destiny doesn't depend on people who walked away. It doesn't need their validation, their support, or their approval. If anything, their absence only confirmed your protection. God was clearing the room. He was removing distractions, misalignments, and energy that couldn't handle what's next. You may have felt lonely, but you weren't alone. You were being separated for elevation. This next chapter of your life will be marked by confirmation after confirmation. You'll say something and see it unfold. You'll think of something and the answer will arrive. That's the level of alignment you're in now. There's no need for you to chase signs anymore. The signs are chasing you. Divine timing is on your side. The spotlight of favor is following you. You've become a magnet for miracles, and it's not by accident. It's by assignment. Chosen one, you don't owe anyone an explanation for your blessing. When the plan unfolds, don't waste time trying to convince people that God's hand is on you. Let the fruit speak. Let the overflow testify. Let your peace scream louder than any past pain. You're not here to argue for your worth. You're here to embody it. You're not here to revisit old wounds. You're here to radiate divine healing. Your life is about to be used as evidence. Evidence that God's plan always wins. That divine promises don't die. That the anointing works even when others try to ignore it. That you can be pressed and still prosper. That favor doesn't need fame. It just needs faith. And your faith has unlocked something massive. Something irreversible. Something undeniable. Every day going forward, you're going to feel lighter. It won't be because the challenges vanish. It'll be because the weight is no longer yours to carry. God is now carrying the outcome. You just need to walk in obedience, in confidence, in peace. The plan has taken over now. It's not up to you to force anything. Just stay in alignment and flow. Don't minimize yourself to fit into old rooms. You're not the same person who once tolerated disrespect, fear, lack, or confusion. You've leveled up in spirit, in mindset, in maturity. The divine has done a deep work in you, and now it's going to show externally. New rooms are being prepared for your presence. Divine introductions are coming. People you never imagined meeting are about to know your name, not because you campaigned for it, but because heaven endorsed you. Do not fear the pace of change. It will come suddenly, but you've been built for this. You've been developed in the dark. You've been trained in silence. You've been anointed through trials. Now you're walking into the reward. And it's not small. It's not a trickle. It's a flood. A divine compensation for every hidden sacrifice. A visible crown for every invisible battle. Chosen one, your name is being spoken by angels. Your location is marked for favor. Your situation is on a countdown for breakthrough. Nothing can stop it. No one can delay it. It's already been written, and God doesn't change his mind. This season of your life is going to feel like a divine recovery mission. Not because you're going backwards, but because everything you thought was lost is being returned in a multiplied form. Chosen one, hear this in your soul. Nothing was really lost. It was preserved, set aside, protected. And now, it's being released back into your life at a level you could never have reached before. God is not restoring you to your former self. He's elevating you to your highest self. You will no longer chase. You will attract. What was once a distant hope will now become a daily reality. There is no need to strive anymore. You've stepped into the rhythm of divine flow, and in this place, things happen by grace, not grinding. You'll look up one day soon and say, I didn't force this, it found me. And it will be true. You're not lucky. You're chosen. This is why things didn't work out the way you planned before, because what's coming now is greater than what you were aiming for. The divine plan is always bigger than your imagination. You were asking for just enough to survive. But heaven was preparing more than enough for you to thrive. That's why the path was so unpredictable. That's why certain people had to fall off. That's why certain doors never opened. You were never being punished. You were being upgraded. You are about to witness acceleration that makes no sense to the natural mind. A pace of blessing that overrides your history. Opportunities will unfold like dominoes. You'll receive news that moves you forward months, even years, in just a moment. And it won't come by manipulation or effort. It will come because you are in the center of God's design. Your obedience unlocked this movement. Your endurance qualified you for it. Don't second-guess the speed. When it starts to happen fast, let it. When one breakthrough brings another, receive it. When the phone rings and the connection you've been praying for finally appears, respond with confidence. You're not here by mistake. This is not a coincidence. This is divine fulfillment. And it will not come slowly because you've already waited long enough. You've graduated from the classroom of hidden battles, from the school of silent suffering, from the years where you learned how to clap for others while waiting for your own moment. And now, your moment is here. Not just a brief highlight, but a season of sustained breakthrough, a season of supernatural supply, a season where you won't just make it, you'll overflow. You'll wake up and feel the difference. Peace will meet you before your feet hit the ground. The heaviness that once lived on your chest will disappear. Doors that were bolted shut will swing open with ease. You won't need to manipulate outcomes. God will align the right people, the right timing, and the right conditions without your intervention. This is divine ease. This is heaven's speed. Chosen one, remember this. What God is doing for you isn't a reward for perfection. It's a response to persistence. He saw your heart when no one else did. He heard your prayers when your mouth couldn't even speak them aloud. He read your silence. He interpreted your tears. And now, He's responding with a wave of breakthrough so undeniable, even your enemies will have to admit it came from above. You don't need revenge. You don't need to revisit what broke you. You don't need to explain your glow-up. Just walk in the favor. Let your peace be your proof. Let your elevation be your echo. The plan that God wrote over your life is so strong, it overrides every negative word spoken against you. Every false accusation, every betrayal, every abandonment. God factored all of that in and still decided you'd win. The kind of favor you're about to experience is going to make people ask, how? And the only answer you'll have is, God did it. Because it will be so sudden, so divine, so beyond your effort, that no natural explanation will fit. That's the kind of story you're about to live out. A story that turns you into a living testimony. Don't be surprised when old environments no longer feel right. Don't be discouraged if old relationships fall away. Elevation requires separation. Not because you're better, but because you're being sent somewhere higher, and not everyone is assigned to go with you. Protect your peace. Guard your energy. Nurture your joy. You're entering into a realm that many only dream about. And in that realm, your clarity will increase. What once felt foggy will become obvious. You'll know who is for you and who is draining you. You'll recognize what opportunities carry purpose and which ones are distractions in disguise. You won't be easily shaken anymore. You've learned how to discern. You've learned how to listen to that still voice within. And now, that voice is leading you directly into the divine flow. Stay grounded even as things speed up. Stay grateful even as the overflow comes in. Gratitude is the magnet that keeps the favor flowing. Speak it. Live it. Honor God with your elevation, and He will continue to lift you higher. This is only the beginning. The gates have been opened, but the palace awaits. You are headed for royal territory, chosen one. There are people who have been assigned to bless you. Some don't even know you yet, but they are being stirred to find you, support you, sow into you, open doors for you. It's not manipulation, it's manifestation. God is using others to fulfill His plan for your life, and nothing can stop it. Not time, not fear, not people, not systems. Because the plan is divine, and divine plans don't fail, they fulfill. You've spent enough time surviving. Now it's time to thrive. You've sown in tears. Now reap in joy. You've walked through shadows. Now step into light. You've been the one in the background. Now it's time for the world to see what God saw all along. You are now walking under an open heaven. There is no resistance, no blockage, no barrier that can hold back what's already been released in your name. Chosen one, this is your overflow season, and the most beautiful part is, you don't have to force it. You don't have to push, plead, or pressure. All you need to do is remain positioned, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, because the blessing knows exactly where to find you. This isn't the time to question how it's all going to come together. It's already coming. The shift isn't pending. It's active. Every spiritual deposit you've made in seasons past, through your prayers, your faith, your silence, your trust, has matured. What's coming to you now is the return on years of soul investment. This is your divine payout. Heaven's check has been signed with your name on it, and the delivery has already been released. You'll feel it in the way doors open, not with noise, but with divine ease. You'll notice how the right people appear just as you need them, how the right ideas flow through you at just the right time, how your energy changes in a room. Why? Because you're not carrying the energy of desperation anymore. You're walking in destiny. You're no longer hoping for things to work out. You know they will. And that certainty is magnetic. People will begin to sense something different around you. Not arrogance, but authority. Not pride, but presence. It's what happens when someone steps into alignment with their divine assignment. The old insecurities won't fit you anymore. The old cycles won't have power over you. Your frequency is too high. Your mind is too clear. Your soul is too aligned. And what's even more powerful? You're not doing this to prove anyone wrong. You're doing it to honor what's right within you. You're honoring your calling. You're finally embracing what God has always seen in you, even when you couldn't see it yourself. This is your holy rise. It's not a coincidence that everything feels like it's unfolding at once. It's the manifestation of divine timing. You waited, and now the reward has caught up with your faith. Chosen one, understand something deeply. There is no turning back from here. Once you've tasted this level of clarity, of divine momentum, of supernatural flow, you will never again settle for anything less than purpose. You will never again shrink to fit someone else's comfort. You will never again beg for validation that God has already stamped upon your life. This momentum is not short-lived. It's sustained. It's built on a foundation of patience, persistence, and purity. And because of that, what's coming will last. This isn't a moment of hype. It's a movement of heaven. Your name is rising in circles where your feet haven't walked yet. Your presence is being requested by people who can open doors that once felt locked forever. But they're not locked anymore. They're swinging open, one after another, because nothing can stop what God has ordained. You've outgrown the season of confusion. You've evolved beyond the valley of waiting. Now you're being called higher, not just in status, but in identity. You're becoming who you were created to be, not who the world tried to shape you into. You're breaking through generational ceilings. You're rewriting patterns. You're not just getting a blessing, you're becoming one. Chosen one, promise comes as a check. God decided. Promise has been circling your life like a cloud carrying rain, waiting for the divine signal to pour down. And now, heaven has moved. God didn't forget the promises spoken over your life. He didn't misplace the blueprint of your future. He didn't overlook the tears you've shed or the sacrifices you've made in silence. The time has come, and the promise is arriving with clarity and confirmation, not in the form of just a word, but as a tangible check. That's how heaven is choosing to announce your breakthrough. A financial promise, real and undeniable, is being transferred from the unseen into your reality. The wait wasn't for nothing. The delays weren't denials. This check, this provision, is heaven's signature that the promise is not just spiritual anymore. It is material, measurable, and miraculous. Chosen one, if you're watching this, it's not by accident. Divine timing is aligning everything for this very moment. Stay until the end of this video because something is being unlocked in your spirit that is directly tied to manifestation. In this sacred moment, write your warmest wishes in the comments below, along with the number 99, a powerful sign of spiritual alignment and completion. This is a chapter where wishes aren't just spoken, they're energized by the universe and accelerated by divine hands. Let your words carry weight. Let them mark the beginning of your promise moving into form. Now, chosen one, like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and let's begin. You've been holding on to words spoken in prayer, dreams seen with your eyes closed, visions that only made sense to your soul. And God was listening. But now, God is responding. Not with silence, not with delay, but with a clear transaction. The check has your name on it. Your obedience, your trust, your long-suffering, your faith through the fire, none of it went unnoticed. Every moment of endurance has added up, and heaven has done the math. Now you are being rewarded in a way that erases every trace of lack, every remnant of doubt, and every residue of hardship. You will see numbers you never thought would enter your account. You will hold in your hands what once only lived in your spirit. The divine order has been signed, sealed, and is now being delivered. God decided. That's it. Not people, not circumstance, not timing based on the world's economy. But God, the one who doesn't consult opinions when he chooses to bless. Your promise is being packaged in the form of a supernatural check. And this isn't just about money. It's about restoration, about divine justice, about God's undeniable proof that you were never forgotten. Every unpaid moment is now being reversed into overflow. Every seed that was sown in pain is returning in power. This is not charity. This is compensation. This is not luck. This is legacy. What's coming will carry the evidence of God's intention for your life. It will be impossible to ignore. You'll look at it and say, "Only God." Because there won't be a logical explanation. The amount may surprise you, but the timing won't. Because deep down, your spirit has known. You've felt it approaching. You've sensed something sacred was about to touch your reality. This check will confirm everything your heart has been holding. And yes, this breakthrough may come through a job, a gift, a refund, a surprise transfer, a long-forgotten inheritance, a sudden opportunity. Heaven has countless methods, but the outcome will be the same. Your promise, fulfilled. Your prayers, cashed in. Your tears, turned to testimony. This isn't a temporary relief. This is a shift. The way you experience money, the way you live, and the way you walk through this world is changing. The spiritual transaction has already happened. Now, it's manifesting in the physical. You are being moved from survival into security, from hoping into having, from waiting into winning. And as God deposits this promise into your life, He's also upgrading your identity. You're not just someone being helped, you're being honored, elevated, positioned. The check is just the beginning. Behind it is an entire flow of wealth that has been held up for this very moment. You were not late. You were being prepared. And now that you're ready, nothing can stop what's being delivered to you. There is a divine tracking system on your blessing, and it cannot miss your address. The moment you align, the delivery accelerates. And you've aligned. You've healed. You've awakened. You've declared your identity as the chosen one even when everything around you questioned your worth. You stood in faith when logic said to give up. You kept walking with empty hands, trusting a full heaven. And now, it's time. The vaults are opening. The windows are pouring. The check is coming. Every detail has been handled. The timing is precise. The release is unstoppable. This isn't about striving anymore. It's about receiving. You're walking into a season where checks will come to you instead of you chasing them, where your value will attract divine compensation without negotiation. You've outgrown lack. You've evolved past limitation. Your season of financial struggle is being shut like a chapter that no longer fits your story. Heaven is not just watching you, it is rewarding you. Not later. Now, not in words, in wealth, not with delay, with deposits. You're moving from divine promise into divine payment. God has decided and nothing can undo it. The check is not pending, it's processing. It's not in a queue, it's in motion. You don't need to figure it out, just prepare for it. The alignment of your spirit has already signed the contract on your behalf. Now the results are catching up to your faith. And it won't stop here. This check is proof that the floodgates have been activated, that what starts now will continue flowing. This is the announcement of a lifestyle shift. You're not just being helped, you are being anointed to prosper. Chosen one, everything God promised is being fulfilled through this act. Not metaphorically, tangibly, visibly, traceably. This promise will be something you can point to and say, this is the moment God made good on His word. You were faithful with little. Now prepare to steward much. The pain didn't break you, it built your capacity. The delay didn't destroy you, it developed your discernment. And now that the check is on its way, every day will be an unfolding of joy, not just from having the money, but from knowing it came from the promise. You didn't beg for it. You didn't buy it. You believed for it. And belief is what heaven rewards in the most unstoppable ways. Stay open, stay grateful, stay ready. Because your name is written on what's arriving. It wasn't a fantasy. It wasn't just wishful thinking. This is real. This is divine. And this is your time. Chosen one, do you realize the magnitude of what's unfolding in your favor? This isn't just a check. It's a message. It's heaven saying, I kept every word. It's divine assurance taking physical form. And with every step you take from this moment on, something inside you will shift. Because once you witness a promise fulfilled in a supernatural way, your spiritual posture changes. Your atmosphere changes. You begin walking with a boldness born from proof. The season of hoping something good might happen is over. You are now stepping into the era of witnessing it happen, back to back. The check is just the confirmation that everything else you've been waiting for is already moving toward you. Financial blessings, new doors, unexpected yeses, divine connections, healing, restoration. This check is the signal that you've entered divine circulation. That what's flowing to you now isn't random. It's strategic, calculated, and eternal. God didn't forget the amount you needed. He didn't overlook the deadline. He didn't ignore the pressure building behind your quiet prayers. And now, you'll see why the waiting took so long. It was never about just receiving a small relief. You were always meant to receive proof of heaven's endorsement on your life. That's what this check represents. God didn't just listen, He moved. And His movement is visible now. Don't be surprised when it shows up at a moment you least expect. Don't question it when it comes from a source you never imagined. That's the signature of supernatural provision. It doesn't follow the rules of earth. It doesn't need approval. It doesn't ask permission. It just arrives. And when it does, it rewrites everything. Your plans, your mindset, your confidence, and even your environment. Because where God's promise lands, nothing stays the same. You're about to witness checks arriving with your name that feel like grace in numerical form. The digits may vary, but the message will be consistent. God decided it was time to bless you, and nothing could interfere. Some checks will restore you, others will surprise you. Some will arrive quietly, while others will shake your world with loud, undeniable favor. But all of them will carry one message. This is what happens when divine timing meets divine obedience. Chosen one, your spirit has been positioned for this. That inner nudge you felt for weeks, the inner awareness that something was coming, that wasn't your imagination. That was preparation. Your intuition is the echo of heaven's whisper. And you've been hearing correctly. The check is on the way because the season has shifted. Your energy has aligned. Your faith has expanded. You're no longer begging for breakthrough. You're embodying it. From this moment forward, watch how you attract what once felt distant. Watch how favor begins to chase you down in places where you once struggled to survive. This is the result of staying faithful, even when it was painful. The promise is being made visible to silence every lie that told you God forgot you. It's a holy announcement. You were never denied, only divinely delayed until the perfect moment. And that moment is now. There is a vault in the unseen realm that has been reserved for you. Inside it are checks, payments, blessings, rewards, and generational wealth that your name is tied to. Every moment you stayed silent instead of retaliating. Every time you helped when no one saw. Every prayer you prayed with tears. Every act of faith. It was all being recorded. And now, it's being rewarded. You're not being paid for effort. You're being honored for obedience. You're not here by coincidence. This message was divinely scheduled to meet you as confirmation. So if your heart is racing, if you feel an inner yes rising inside you, it's because your spirit recognizes this truth. The check is coming. The manifestation is real. And soon, it will touch your hands. You'll walk into a season where you won't be explaining your value to anyone. The evidence will speak for you. The promise will make its case. The check will shout what you've had to whisper for years. You are chosen. You are worthy. You are ready. God is not just meeting your need. He's exceeding your expectations. What's coming is going to do more than pay a bill. It will fund a vision. It will release debt. It will unlock dreams. It will create impact. You won't just pay things off, you'll pay things forward. Because this check isn't just a blessing, it's a tool for destiny. It's coming to upgrade your world and bless others through you. And that's the beautiful part. This isn't the end. It's the introduction to a new financial identity. This check is setting a tone, not closing a chapter. You'll look back at this moment and say, this is when everything changed. This is when the promise went from invisible to undeniable. The atmosphere around you is charged. Angels are assigned. The vaults are open. The divine green light has been given. The delay is over. Don't downplay what's arriving. Don't rationalize it. Don't try to figure it out. Simply receive. Let it shock you. Let it overflow. Let it confirm everything you've quietly believed but never had proof of. Until now. God is not just sending a message. He's sending money with a message. And that message is, I keep my word. I reward my chosen. I never forget a promise. Your address has not been lost. Your destiny has not been denied. Your check is not symbolic. It is strategic. Every cent will carry a purpose. Every dollar will carry divine intent. This is not just income. It's divine impact. And you are the vessel through which it will flow. You will steward what once felt impossible. You will hold what others thought you imagined. You will receive what only heaven could release. Chosen one. This is your payback. This is your restoration. This is the divine transfer. And no human hand can block what God has already placed in motion. The universe is echoing what has already been written in the spirit. You've won. The vault has released. The check is coming. Get ready to receive it like the promise it truly is, delivered by divine decision. Chosen one. The divine hand that wrote your name on the check is the same hand that has been holding back the forces trying to delay it. For every time you felt forgotten, the heavens were actually finalizing details. You were never abandoned. You were being aligned. And now that you're in the place mentally, emotionally, and spiritually to receive the promise, the release cannot be reversed. You need to understand the weight of this moment. You've crossed an invisible line, from striving into receiving, from hoping for a door to open to watching them swing wide without knocking, from waiting on validation to witnessing evidence. God is not just sending a check to help you catch up. He's using it to catapult you forward. You will bypass steps that others thought were necessary. Why? Because the promise was never built on man's system. It was authored by divine authority. There is a supernatural hush over your enemies right now. They won't be able to explain how this happened. They'll try to discredit the blessing, but you won't need to defend anything. The check will speak for itself. The shift in your finances will echo louder than any rumor. The glow on your face will be brighter than any lie spoken against you. You're stepping into undeniable favor. And it's coming in the form of divine documentation, financial proof with your name, your miracle, and God's mark on it. This check is not the end goal. It's the beginning of a financial flow. It will introduce you to a life where you don't just survive, but overflow. Where money doesn't control you, but follows you. Where you don't live in fear of lack, but walk in the freedom of provision. You're not being gifted a check. You're being granted access to the treasury of heaven. What's coming is not a drop. It's a downpour, not a seed, a harvest, not luck, but a long-awaited, divinely timed release. And it's personal. This was decided just for you. Before the world had words, heaven had a plan. Before you ever struggled, a provision had already been made. And every day you remained faithful. Every day you didn't quit. Every day you kept trusting. Even when your hands were empty, you activated more and more of what is now being delivered. You see, promise isn't just fulfilled because of time. It's fulfilled because of trust. And you, chosen one, are overflowing with trust. The system of heaven is precise. It knows exactly what you need and when you need it. That's why this check is arriving now, because you're prepared for it. You've been tested. You've been molded. You've been refined in the fire of delay, shaped in the silence of long nights, and strengthened in the battle with uncertainty. But none of it was wasted. It was all divine training to carry the weight of the blessing without it breaking you. So now, as you prepare to receive what you once only imagined, breathe this in. You are worthy of this check. Not because of your perfection, but because of your persistence. Not because of your title, but because of your truth. You stayed true to the calling on your life. You walked through darkness with light still in your spirit. You gave when you had little. You believed when the odds were against you. You continued when many others would have quit. And now, God is responding. And the way this check shows up will confirm it. It may arrive in the mail. It may be wired to your account. It may be handed to you directly. Or it may show up in a form so unusual, you'll know immediately. This was God's doing. And when it does, you'll feel it deep in your spirit. You'll know, this is the one. This is the promise that was spoken over me. This is the moment my life changed. From that point forward, nothing will ever be the same. Your mindset will expand. Your lifestyle will evolve. Your environment will elevate. The check will shift your trajectory, but more importantly, it will confirm your divine identity. It will whisper in your soul, you are not just surviving. You are sovereignly supported. You are not overlooked. You are divinely observed. You'll stop chasing, because the promise is chasing you. You'll stop worrying, because the provision will speak louder than the problem. You'll stop doubting, because your reality will now match the vision you've carried all along. And as you hold that check in your hand, you'll see more than paper. You'll see power. You'll see prayers answered. You'll see God's intentionality wrapped in numbers, printed for you, sent from heaven's vault to your reality. Your posture will change. Your walk will shift. Your presence will carry peace, because those who know their promise has arrived don't panic. They praise, they prepare, and they walk boldly into the life they knew was coming. So don't shrink when it arrives. Don't hesitate. Don't apologize. Receive it like the gift it is. Because what God gives, He doesn't give with guilt. He gives with grace. You won't owe anyone an explanation. This is divine compensation for divine alignment. Chosen one, this is the moment your account gets baptized in abundance. This is the moment the energy around you changes. The universe knows. The spirit realm knows. And now your bank account is catching up with what heaven already confirmed. This is not a glitch in the system. It's a breakthrough in the supernatural. You didn't just win. You were chosen to carry wealth in a way that reflects God's generosity, power, and precision. You'll no longer flinch at bills. You'll no longer fear emergencies. You'll no longer feel stress when you see price tags. That's what this promise as a check means. It's freedom from the grip of lack. It's the birth of divine ease. And you are now the vessel heaven is flowing through, not just to bless you, but to bless others through you. What's coming is not small. It's supernatural. What's arriving is not delayed. It's right on time. And it's yours. Chosen one, you are now entering into the manifestation zone, where the physical and the spiritual align with breathtaking precision. The check you're about to receive is not just money. It is a prophecy wrapped in provision. It is the long-awaited yes that your soul has been tuned to hear for years. This is the payoff not just for what you did, but for who you became when nothing around you changed. When the promise felt far away, you still acted like it was near. That's what unlocked this moment. You didn't beg your way here. You didn't manipulate your way here. You believed your way here. And that's why the check is undeniable. No one will be able to take credit for what's about to show up in your life, because no one could have orchestrated this but God Himself. This is not man-made favor. This is God-authored overflow. And when heaven writes a check in your name, not even the systems of the world can stop it from reaching you. Let this truth settle in your spirit. Nothing can override what God has decided. You are not here to earn approval. You already carry divine approval. You are not here to beg for leftovers. You're here to receive the fullness. This check is arriving because your spiritual inheritance is maturing into physical manifestation. You are stepping into your role as a divine receiver, a magnet for what's yours, a container for heaven's abundance. Everything changes now, from the way you speak to the way you walk, from the choices you make to the circles you keep. Because financial freedom doesn't just change your wallet, it changes your world. It gives you time back. It gives you clarity. It sharpens your discernment. And above all, it gives you peace. That's what this check is bringing, not just dollars, but divine calm. The kind of peace that no bank can measure, but every soul desires. You will begin to notice the shift before the check even arrives. Sudden joy, a feeling of lightness, a deep knowing in your core that something big is about to collide with your reality. That's not wishful thinking. That's spiritual confirmation. Your internal atmosphere is always the first to register the arrival of a divine blessing. The check is in transit, but your spirit already knows. This is real. This is happening. This is now. And yes, the enemy will try to distract you at the final hour. Confusion may rise. Unexpected frustration might show up. But don't let it shake you. Those are just the last attempts to rattle your faith before the promise lands. Stay grounded. Stay locked in. Keep your eyes fixed not on what you see, but on what you know. Your knowing is more powerful than the noise. The check is already moving in your direction. It's just waiting for your unwavering agreement to land. Chosen one, there's no more room for doubt. The time for second guessing is over. You've done the waiting. You've passed the tests, and now you're about to cash in on a level of favor that will feel surreal. This is not just a check, it's an elevation notice. It is heaven's way of saying, you've been faithful. Now it's your time to flourish. This money is not just currency. It's a divine current meant to carry you into higher places. You'll no longer feel trapped by what you don't have. You'll wake up with options, not obstacles. You'll step into rooms with confidence, not concern. That's what wealth aligned with divine timing does. It liberates. You're being freed from the past and flung into purpose. And this check will be the proof of that pivot. Let this promise carry deep into your spirit. God doesn't tease his chosen. He delivers. He fulfills. He completes what he starts. This check is the evidence of that completion. It's not partial. It's not temporary. It's not unstable. It is exact. It is timely. And it is fully yours. You will not have to share your credit for this. You will not have to downplay the blessing. You will not have to explain the overflow. Your only job is to receive, to celebrate, and to walk in it. There are territories being opened to you right now. Properties, businesses, platforms. Doors that once denied you are now being reopened with a different tone. Your name is being honored in rooms where you were once overlooked. And this check will give you the means to move like the chosen vessel you truly are. This isn't money to impress others. It's money to fulfill your mandate. Your assignment comes with resources. And now, heaven is funding it. No more delay. No more wondering how you'll make ends meet. You are being backed by divine decision. You will see deposits that make no logical sense. You will receive mail that carries financial surprise. You will check your account and see digits that align with the dream you've held in secret for so long. The check isn't just a transfer, it's a signal. A spiritual siren letting the world know God's chosen is stepping into position. The atmosphere around your life is now pregnant with provision. You are carrying abundance in your energy, in your words, in your presence. And people will notice. They'll sense the change before you even say a word. That's because wealth leaves a vibration. It shifts rooms. And you are now vibrating with divine confirmation. The check is not just paper, it is permission. Permission to step boldly into your next chapter. From this point on, every move you make will be rooted in this new truth. You are provided for. Every idea you act on will carry confidence. Every door you walk through will feel different. Why? Because the promise came through. God showed up. Heaven responded. And now, lack has no permission to exist in your life any longer. And what's even more powerful? This is only the beginning. This check is the first of many. The financial floodgates have opened, and you are now marked as a receiver of ongoing wealth. It will come through clients, contracts, collaborations, connections, checks, cash, credits, unexpected refunds, divine partnerships, even strangers. Because once God opens the vault, there is no shutting it until the purpose is fulfilled. So walk boldly now. Speak with clarity. Think like a steward, not a struggler. Move like one who has already received. Because the check isn't coming, it's already on its way. The universe has been commanded. The angels are moving. The delay is over. You're about to touch what you once could only see in dreams. Chosen one. When the promise becomes payment, your life takes on a whole new rhythm. It's not just about money. It's about spiritual rhythm, alignment, momentum. What's showing up in your hands is directly connected to what's been prepared in the spirit. And now that the check is entering your life, the rhythm of abundance is accelerating. No more pauses. No more halts. You are flowing now in divine frequency. And that frequency is wealth. You are not just getting paid. You are being positioned. Your name is moving through systems you didn't even know existed. People are talking about how to bless you without even knowing why. Approvals are happening behind closed doors. Favor is circulating your name in sacred places. And when the check hits, it will be like the spark that ignites a financial wildfire. One check opens the door, but what follows is a stream, a movement of miracles in monetary form. Let this settle in your heart. You are not the same person you were in your waiting season. That version of you was still forming, still learning, still healing. But now, you are activated, ready, empowered. And because of that, the check won't just sit in your hand, it will move through your life with power. You will know exactly where to sow it, how to multiply it, and how to use it as a tool, not just a trophy. This is why God waited to release it, because now you're mature enough not to idolize the blessing, but to use it to expand the kingdom purpose inside of you. You won't waste it. You won't misplace it. You won't forget the journey it took to get here. Because when the check arrives, you'll look back and say, "Every delay made me wiser. Every hardship built my discernment. Every trial gave me a deeper level of gratitude." You will not handle this check like someone who's surprised by grace. You'll handle it like someone who has walked with grace for years, knowing that it would one day take form. This is a holy fulfillment, a financial prophecy, and it will never be taken from you. You won't lose it. You won't fumble it. You won't fear its departure. Because the same God who sent this check has already planned the next one, and the one after that. That's the beauty of divine supply. It never dries. It doesn't depend on markets. It's not influenced by algorithms or systems. It flows from an eternal well. And you, chosen one, have been given access to that well. You've been given keys to open doors that no one can close. This check may look like one moment, but it is actually a door. It's a gateway to your next level. And as you walk through it, you're going to see your entire life rearranged by divine funding. The blessings won't just stop at you. They will extend through you. You'll start seeing how your overflow impacts others. You'll be the reason someone else doesn't quit. You'll be the miracle that someone else has been praying for. You will fund visions, feed families, sponsor ideas, and uplift communities. And it all begins with this one promise that came in the form of a check, but was born in the heart of God. You're not just rich, you're relevant. You're not just blessed, you're appointed. You're not just receiving, you're being activated. And everything around you is going to feel it. Your home will carry the fragrance of abundance. Your energy will feel like elevation. Your words will drip with assurance, and your steps will be ordered by prosperity. You are stepping into a divine dimension where lack cannot breathe.